So, welcome back to the lecture video session on transmission and distribution. Here in this lecture video, we are going to learn how to solve numerical problems on performance and characteristics of transmission line, that is on module 3. Okay, now here first we shall see type 1 problems on the short transmission line. So in the short transmission line, we ignore the shunt admittance, effect of the shunt admittance. So almost the sending end voltage almost equal to the receiving end voltage. There is no much change in the voltage. We can say it is almost equal. It is almost equal. This is the equivalent short transmission line and its corresponding vector diagram. By writing the vector diagram itself, you can evaluate the formula required to solve the problems. See here, so Vs is the sending end voltage, VR is the receiving end voltage. VR is the receiving end voltage. I have taken VR as reference. With reference to the VR, I have drawn the rest of the performance parameters. So VR, its horizontal component is here. If I draw like this, if I plot like this, it will go here. So OA and OB, let us say. So OB square must be equal to OA square plus AB square, right? So what is OA? OA is equal to this. What is this? This plus this whole square plus this whole square must be equal to Vs square, right? So what is this? This is the horizontal component of the receiving end voltage, that is VR cos phi plus IR whole square plus VR sin phi plus IXL whole square must be equal to Vs square. So what is Vs now? Vs is equal to square root of VR cos phi plus IR whole square plus VR sin phi plus IXL whole square. This is one formula. Next, another formula is Vs must be equal to VR plus IZ. Vs must be equal to VR plus IZ. What is this Z? Z is the transmission line impedance, line impedance we can say. So total loop in resistance and loop in what we can call loop in reactance. XL is the total inductive loop reactance, and what is this? The R is the resistance of the complete loop of both the conductors. So if I take this as a single phase line, means both the conductors means one phase and one neutral. So next, what would be the other important formula? So mainly the sending end voltage, receiving end voltage. These are the two major parameters. And next is voltage regulation. What is voltage regulation? Voltage regulation is equal to Vs minus VR divided by VR into 100. This also we have learned. What is Vs minus VR? Vs minus VR. It is the change in the voltage. So Vs must be equal to VR plus IR cos phi R plus IXL sin phi R. This we have proved in our regular class. So Vs minus VR must be equal to IR cos phi R plus IXL sin phi R. So what is percentage regulation? IR cos phi R plus IXL sin phi R divided by VR into 100. This is the important formula that we repeatedly use in solving the problem. So next performance parameter is transmission efficiency. What is transmission efficiency? Total power delivered from the sending end to the receiving end. How we can write the receiving end power? VR IR cos phi R divided by Vs Is cos phi S. This is the sending end power and this is the receiving end power. So power delivered divided by power sent into 100. So we can also write like this. This is the power delivered VR IR cos phi R, that is nothing but output, VR IR cos phi R, that is nothing but output plus losses I square R into 100. So using these formulae, you should remember, have an habit of writing the vector diagram each time if you ask to solve any numerical problem on transmission line, because you need not to remember these formula. Just looking into this vector diagram itself, you can write the formula. So that easily step by step you can solve the problem. So we shall see a first problem in type 1, okay, first problem in type 1. So here in the problem, a single phase overhead transmission line delivers 1100 kilowatt. They are giving the power delivering. So how much the power delivered is 1100 kilowatt, okay, at 11 kV. What is the voltage level at the receiving end? VR is equal to 11 kV at 0.8 power factor. What is the power factor? PF is equal to 0.8 PF. So that is the lagging power factor. The total resistance and the inductive reactance of the line, complete line is given, not per kilometer, ohm per kilometer or mho per kilometer. That kind of data is not given. Direct complete resistance they have given, that is R is equal to 8 ohm and inductive reactance XL is equal to 16 ohm. Okay, 16 ohm respectively. Determine sending end voltage. I have to calculate first sending end voltage. Vs is equal to question mark. So what is the formula we have? So looking into the vector diagram, sending end voltage Vs is equal to VR plus Iz. Can I write like this? Vs is equal to VR plus Iz. VR plus Iz. So here one term is missing, that is I is missing. Rest of the thing is available. From R and XL I can calculate Z. Receiving end voltage is given. I had to calculate sending end voltage. But I is missing. How to calculate I? I is indeterminate here. So how to calculate I? I is equal to P divided by what they have given. It is a single phase line. So no need not to take any root 3 or 3. So you just take VL VR cos phi. VR cos phi. What is P? 1100 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by VR. VR is how much? 11 kV. 11 kV. 11,000 into what is the power factor? Power factor is equal to 0.8. It comes around I is equal to 125 amps. Okay, 125 amps. So here only magnitude is not sufficient to evaluate the complete magnitude and phase angle of the sending end voltage. I have to calculate the current, this magnitude. In addition to this magnitude, I have to calculate the angle of the current. So what is power factor at the receiving end? What is power factor at the receiving end? What is the power factor? The power factor is nothing but the cosine of the angle between receiving end voltage and receiving end current, right? This phi r, this is the power factor angle. So cos phi r is the 0.8. But here, since I have taken VR as reference, I have taken VR as reference, current angle with respect to reference itself is the power factor angle. Current angle with respect to reference itself is the power factor angle. So current angle and power factor angle are same because VR is taken as reference. If it is not taken as reference, then it would be a different value. So taking VR is equal to 11 kV at an angle 0 degree as reference, what I will have? So current angle is equal to cos inverse of 0.8. What is the cos inverse of 0.8? It comes around minus, it's a lagging, so minus 36.86 degree. So what is the magnitude and angle of the current obtained? So I is equal to 125 at an angle minus 36.86 degree amps. Now we have solved for I. Okay, now we shall solve for Vs. Vs is equal to Vr. What is Vr? 11,000 plus J0 must be equal plus what is I? What is the rectangular form of this? You have to write 100 minus J75 amps. So I can write like this: 100 minus J75 into what is the impedance? 8 plus J16. 8 plus J16. Why? Because Z is equal to R plus JXL. So I have written like this: into. So now using complex mode in your calculator, you calculate the final answer of this in the rectangular form. It will come around 13,000 plus J 1000 volts. So volts. So this is sending end voltage. What is the polar form of this voltage? You know already how to convert from rectangular to polar to rectangular using calculators. So Vs is equal to, so the polar form of this will come around Vs is equal to 13.038 kV at an angle 4.398 volts. What is this angle? Now the first bit of the problem to calculate the sending end voltage, now it is solved. What is the sending end voltage? Vs is equal to 13.038 kV at an angle 4.398 volts. Okay, it is solved. So now what else they have asked? Let us see. The second bit is sending end power factor. We have to calculate. Second performance parameter is sending end power factor. They have given the receiving end power factor as 0.8. What is the sending end power factor? We have to calculate. So second bit, sending end power factor is question mark. So now we shall go back to the vector diagram. So to calculate the sending end power factor, so the power factor angle is the angle between Vs and I. So what is that angle? Phi s. This angle phi s is the angle. Cosine of this phi s is the solution to our bit number 2. So what is phi s? Phi s must be equal to phi r plus delta. Phi r plus delta, can I write? Yes, phi r plus delta. What is this delta? Load angle delta. Delta is nothing but the phase angle difference between receiving end voltage and sending end voltage, right? Sending end voltage and receiving end voltage. So this delta is with respect to reference, what is 4.398 degree, and what is receiving end voltage? Phi r is nothing but the power factor angle or current angle we can write. So what is the power factor angle we calculated? That is 36.86. So 36.86 plus 4.398 must be equal to 41.25 degree. So this is the phi s, sending end power factor angle. So what is the power factor now? The sending end power factor, sending end PF is equal to cos of 41.25. Cos of 41.25 comes around how much it will come? 0.7518 lagging. So the second bit is also solved. So what is the third bit they have asked? They have asked the third bit, transmission efficiency. So third bit is transmission transmission efficiency. So the transmission efficiency formula we have already, that is power delivered divided by power sent into 100. So power delivered is what? 1100 kilowatt, 1100 kilowatt, right, into 10 to the power of 3 divided by power sent. What is power sent? Vs into Is into cos phi s into 100. Can I write like this? So we have Vs into Is into cos phi s. So now we shall substitute this. Eta is equal to 1100 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by what is the magnitude of Vs? 13.038 into 10 to the power of 3, 13 kilovolt into Is, because here we are assuming it is a short transmission line. In the problem, how can you guess it is a short transmission line or medium transmission line? See, usually here no data of how many kilometers and all they have not given. Generally, for the given data and all, you have to analyze whether this problem is on short transmission or medium transmission or long transmission. So as far as the data given, you can consider this for the short transmission. Okay, looking into the data. So 13.038 into 10 to the power of 3 into Is. So Is is nothing, Is is equal to IR almost in the short transmission line. So 125. So 125 magnitude of I is equal to 125, because shunt admittances are ignored, into cos phi s. Into cos phi s. What is cos phi s? 0.7518 into 100. This will come around 11,000 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by 1,225 into 10 to the power of 3 into 10 to the power of 3 into 100. So 10 to the power of 3, 10 to the power of 3 cancels, and it will come around 89.79%. Also you can solve this by another method. So what is this power delivered? This is power sent. Power sent is equal to power delivered plus losses, right? This formula I have written here, power delivered plus losses. So what is the loss? This formula you can use. Power delivered divided by power delivered plus losses, I square R. You have resistance already. What is the current also you know. Multiply this and add then you will get 1225 only. The same percentage you will get. Okay, this is regarding third bit. What is the fourth bit of the problem? Fourth bit of the problem we shall see. So fourth bit of the problem is percentage regulation I had to calculate. So percentage regulation formula is, we know that percentage voltage regulation is equal to Vs minus Vr divided by Vr into 100, right? What is Vs here? Vs is equal to 13.038 minus what is Vr? 11,000. 11 divided by 11 into 100. 13.038 kV minus 11 kV divided by 11 kV into 100. It will come around 18.52 percentage. This is the percentage voltage regulation. This is how you have to solve a short transmission line problem for the performance parameters. Hope you understood this. We shall solve one more problem of this similar kind in the next lecture video. Thank you.